Hi, my name is Tom Meitzel. I'm a licensed real estate broker in the state of Wisconsin. I'm also an investor and a coach, and today we're going to do a brief overview of landlord legal compliance. This is especially important for new investors who haven't been involved in this industry before, because if you make a mistake in legal compliance, you can have a very unpleasant experience with various government entities. Now, the laws in this country that you're going to deal with as a landlord are federal, state, and local. Now, on the federal level, one of the bigger ones you're going to run into is the non-discrimination. Now, non-discrimination basically means you can't discriminate based on certain classes of people. Now, state and local areas may also have additional non-discrimination classes. Now, it's foolish to discriminate at any point. What you're looking for is a quality tenant who's going to pay the rent, who's going to take good care of the property. And so non-discrimination laws are really designed to protect tenants from people who are unethical in their business practices. As an investor, what we look for is good quality people with the capacity and willingness to pay the rent. We could care less about their family status, their race, color, creed, some of the things that are going to be non-discrimination areas. Now, some of the other things you have to be concerned with on a federal level are things like lead-based paint, carbon monoxide detectors, smoke detectors. There are rules and regulations in place that you have to follow under the building codes in order to be compliant. Now, you can find additional regulations under the state regarding things like lead-based paint. Some states require landlords to remove it. Other states, like Wisconsin, simply require that you provide disclosure to your tenants and make sure that it's encapsulated. So you do want to be aware that those types of things have to be disclosed to your tenants and that you have to follow the regulations, not only on the federal level, but on the state level. The federal level and the state level regulations are generally the easy ones to follow because they don't change that much. What does change on a regular basis are your local ordinances. Now, depending on where you are, for instance, in Nevada where I'm licensed, the regulations aren't very onerous. The landlords are able to pretty much run their business the way they see fit as long as they don't discriminate or violate building codes and things of that nature. On the other hand, I'm a licensed broker in the state of Wisconsin, and we're in Madison, Wisconsin, and the ordinances are onerous. There's dozens of them. They're a huge hassle for the landlord. Everything from if you have a multi-unit building that you have to have a locking front door. If there's a common entrance, it has to be a locking front door, to things that you now have to pass out voter registration cards when you rent to someone. So depending on your locality, you're going to have either a few or many. Now, once you get the hang of it, generally it isn't a huge hassle, but the tenants, and especially in a town like Madison, Wisconsin, a college town, the tenants know the law. And if you don't follow it, they can do everything from refuse to pay rent, to get a rent abatement. They can sit in there for months, and you might never be able to collect that rent because you violated some ordinance or statute. So you do need to be aware of these and incorporate them in your business practices to make sure you don't have any trouble. Now, what you really need to do is you need to talk to your real estate attorney, not a general practice attorney. These people are not experts in real estate. In any great larger size municipality, you're going to find attorneys who specialize in real estate. You want to have a real estate attorney either draft your lease in compliance with local, state, and federal regulations, or you want to make sure that they review your lease and make any edits necessary to keep you compliant. The landlord associations are also a great benefit in that they have people who've been through the hoops before. They know what you're going to need to comply with. Generally, joining a landlord association costs $100 to $200, $300 a year. It's well worth the money because they often have the compliant rental forms, the check-in forms, everything you're going to really need to be a successful landlord and remain legally compliant. Remember, you can get in an awful lot of trouble if you violate the law. So make sure that you know your federal, state, and local regulations and be compliant by either verifying that with your attorney or with your landlord association to make sure that your experience as a new investor is positive and profitable versus negative and expensive. If you have any other questions, you can reach us at MadisonHomesales.com. You can also reach us at homewithtom.com or houseflipguru.com. We coach, we invest, we train, We can help you if you have any other questions. Thanks and have a great day.